Shalom, this is GMS 100 Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash, double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that is spreading this word of sincerity and in truth all over the four corners of the earth. When I was watching the video of the elder Manata Zakba, okay, and someone on the comment board asked whether it's good, whether it's possible if you sell weed, and you know the video in itself for brothers that have been in this truth for a while, you wonder why someone would even ask that question, okay, and that's why I clicked on the video. I was like, no, you can't sell weed in this truth, okay. I was like, why would the elder make a video about that, unless someone asks about that? So I was curious. Let me just put it on that. I was curious, and I saw the elder's response was like, come on, man. Okay, we make all these lessons. You be on the comment board day in and day out. Okay, you be following these life lessons, and how is it that you even ask a question like this? Like, at a certain point, and that's really what I'm gonna go into, because Yahushua even mentioned the situation like this, which, like, at a certain point, you have learned, okay, the doctrine. You have learned about this truth. You know the gospel. Okay, you have built up in the spirit. And how is it that you still don't see? Or how is it that you still don't understand? Yahushua had that same spirit towards the disciples at that time. Okay? And that's really what I want to bring out, man. It's not going to be that long. But really, it was something on my mind. When I watched this video, that's the thing. Sometimes other brothers' videos spark your mind also. So I was like, Yahushua spoke about this same exact thing, man. Yahushua spoke about the same exact thing. And still, their spirituality concerning the things that happen, or, certain breakdowns or certain things that at a certain point they have to be common sense, man. Like this shouldn't even be a question, man. Okay? This shouldn't even be a question. People in the world know that selling drugs ain't good, man. Okay? Basically, like it says concerning the long hair, even nature itself shows you that that having long hair is a shame unto a man. Okay? Now this, you can actually apply that to this too, because weed, what happens when you sell weed? Weed brings you in another dimension type thing, You're not on the level of sober people no more. Okay, and what do? You inhale smoke, which we ain't no fire breathing dragons, okay? We ain't no fire breathing dragons. So if you know the scriptures speak about not defiling your temple, why would you promote someone else defiling his temple? Okay, why would you do that? So it's not really that deep. But before I go into the scripture, I don't want to demotivate brothers nor sisters to ask questions, because really every question needs to be answered. But before you ask a question, you should realize that, certain things ye ought to know by now. Being in this truth for 2, 3, 4 years, okay, this shouldn't even be a question, man. Okay, this is something you learn in the first couple of months being in this truth, that smoking weed is not prohibited because you destroy your temple. So why would you be allowed to sell it? You destroy someone else's temple. You help, you know, how do you say that? You aid someone in destroying his temple, destroying the body that is not of himself, but is of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, now, like I said, I want to point out the spirit that the Heavenly Father, His Son, Yahushua, had towards people. That even though signs and miracles, even though a lot of things were broken down and made plain unto them, still they came up with question marks in their head, like, oh, what is this about? And then the Lord would be like, come on, man. How many times did I show you that we ain't gonna die of hunger, man? Okay? How many times did I show you that I can just easily make out of one basket of bread 100 baskets of bread, man? Come on, man. Why you even tripping about the bread still, man? You see? But that's Jake. You can see that as Jake, man, 100%. You can see, like, they're always tripping about the food, man, whether there's gonna be enough food or not. Okay? And that's actually what the disciples was doing. So let me bring this out real quick. This is Mark chapter 8, verse 13. And he left them and entering into the ship again departed to the other side. Now the disciples had forgotten to take bread, neither had they in the ship with them more than one loaf. And he charged them, saying, take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. Okay, now of course, the Lord Yahushua is speaking spiritually here. The Lord Yahushua is speaking in a parable, you know, concerning the doctrine of the Pharisees and how they want to deceive people and bring leaven within you. Like the Lord said, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So if they can trigger you to do something wicked, the thing what they do is they activate you with that wickedness because of their wickedness. Okay? They activate you. Now you don't want that. You shouldn't want that to happen. So that's why the Lord said, beware of them. Because they can affect you in their ways, in their wickedness. They want to affect you in their ways and wickedness. Okay? So it says, and he charged them, saying, take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. And they reasoning among themselves, saying, it is because we have no bread. Now, think about it. They went without bread in the ship. So this bread thing was already bothering them. But then Yahushua came with a spiritual saying, a parable. And they was looking at it carnally. Now, if the Lord didn't do any miracle, or if he didn't explain, you know, how the ones that will walk in his ways will never hunger nor thirst, if he never explained that, okay, he would have said like, nah, man, it's not about the bread. But look at the Lord's response over here. So verse 16, and they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have no bread. And when Yahushua knew it, he said unto them, why reason ye? Because ye have no bread. Perceive ye not, neither understand? Have ye your heart yet hardened? So the Lord was saying, like, come on, man. You really still don't understand, man? You really can't fathom what I'm trying to say over here, man? Or is your heart hardened or something? Your mind, meaning your mind, is your mind hardened, meaning not able to understand? Having eyes, see ye not? Having ears, hear ye not? And do ye not remember? So the Lord Yahushua, he went on a rant here, man. And why? Because he expects them to understand. At a certain point, he expects them to understand. Okay? Verse 19, when I break the 5 loaves among 5,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? They say unto him, 12. Okay? So the Lord Yahushua says, listen, I had 5 baskets of loaves. I break 5 loaves among 5,000. Now 5 loaves of bread are never able to feed 5,000 stomachs, man. But and then the fragments that they picked up were 12 baskets. Now 5 loaves are not even able to fill 12 baskets. Okay? 5 loaves are maybe for 1 basket or maybe 2, depending on how big the basket is. But the fragments, meaning the bread that remained, were 12 baskets full, and 5,000 people ate. Okay, 5,000 people ate. So what did the Lord do? He multiplied the loaves of bread so that everyone would be filled. And when the seven among 4,000, he had 7 breads among 4,000. How many baskets full of fragments took he up? And they said 7. Okay? So that's 7 loaves among 5,000 people. Okay? And in the end, there was still 7 baskets full of loaves of bread full left. Okay? So they said, oh yeah, this is what happened. First we had 12 baskets left, which was a miracle, which was a great phenomenon, because we only had 5 loaves of bread. Then we had 7 loaves of bread among 4,000 people, and we still had 7 baskets full. Funny, this bird is flying with me. Funny. See that? The bird is flying with me, man. Anyway, we have to see our Bashim Yashai and everything, okay? We have to see our Bashim Yashai and everything. So, they said like, oh yeah, the other time there was 4,000 people. We had 7 loaves of bread, but in the end, after everyone ate, after more than 4,000 people ate, we still had 7 baskets full of bread, man. Okay, so here comes the point. So the Lord Yahushua, at this point, he's frustrated because of their lack of understanding. Okay, now, the same thing I heard from the elder in the video. It's a certain frustration that comes out when there's lack of understanding, when things are being explained until the tip top, man. Okay? So many lessons are being brought out. So many edification is coming out daily. You see? He's straight up following me, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But it can be Satan too, of course. Satan trying to disrupt the video, but I'm cool with it, man. Dude can't follow me. It's allowed. I would like to have 2 companions, you know, while I'm doing this walking talk, because I got my dog here. If the bird follow me, it's dope too. Anyway, it's a distraction though. So let me go on. Collab life. So the Lord said, verse 21, and he said unto them, how is it that ye do not understand? So after all these things done happen, how then is it that you don't understand? I'm not talking about bread, man, because we are not going to hunger. That's the point that the Lord Yahushua is making. He said, here it is, I make a parable, and the parable was concerning bread, and y'all start tripping because you think you're gonna hunger. Meanwhile, a couple of days ago, I multiplied 7 loaves of bread amongst 5,000. I multiplied 7 loaves of bread among 4,000. And the other day, I multiplied how many? 5 loaves amongst 5,000. Okay? How can it be that y'all think I'm talking about bread? Come on, man. Y'all supposed to understand that I'm not talking about bread, because here it is, while y'all with me, nobody ever starved, nobody ever hungered, because I would just multiply the bread. Okay? So why would you think I'm talking about bread? Okay, so like I said, man, a certain frustration came out, and that's the thing, man. If you think you're surrounded by spiritual people, you don't expect questions like, is it allowed to sell weed in this truth? Okay, and on top of that, we have the scriptures. Okay, we have the scriptures, and this goes out to the fact that a woman asked this to the elder Manasseh Zakpa. A woman asked this. Now, the first thing he pointed out too is like, why the hell do you think that you are in the position that you're supposed to ask the elder or a brother this question? If you have a husband right there on the picture, on the profile picture, she's standing with the husband with the beard on his face too. So I would suggest that he's in the truth too. So how is it that we have all these scriptures, and what females do is they always look up scriptures concerning females and women? Okay, there's more scriptures about men than about females, so it wouldn't be too hard to look up the scriptures that pertain unto these females. Okay, about let the woman keep silent in the church. Okay, a woman is not supposed to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. What about all those scriptures? No, y'all rather look up scriptures concerning Deborah and all these females in the Bible. Okay, how is it that you don't see these things then? And why does everything constantly need to be specified? Because that's another point Elder Manasseh Zakpa was stating, is that, listen, man, this video is concerning weed. The topic at hand is weed. So don't come and ask no stupid questions like, so what about this drug then? And what about that drug? Okay? Don't be simple, man. Don't be simple. Okay? You gotta use common sense too. Now, like you said, man, a certain frustration comes out, but that does not mean that brothers are not willing to teach or still explain you. Because what did the elder do? He still made a video and he still brought out the edification concerning the weed smoking. Concerning the weed, the selling of weed, the selling of drugs. He still made the video, but he did point out in the beginning, like, how is it that you still don't understand, man? At a certain amount of years in this truth, you have to have grown, man. When the elder apostle Paul was going on to the Corinthians, he said this. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 1. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes. Why did he have to speak unto them as unto babes? Because they didn't know yet. They haven't seen things yet. They haven't digged into the scriptures yet. They haven't received the edification yet. So the apostle couldn't speak unto them as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal. He couldn't speak parables yet. But concerning the Lord Yahushua and his disciples, he could have just spoken spiritual things, because he was walking with them for so long that he was like, by now you're supposed to understand that leaven affects a loaf or a lump of dough, okay, and makes it rise. So if you put a little leaven in it, it's gonna have effect on the whole lump. Okay, so he was speaking in a spiritual sense, because that thing about bread was already past, man. Now you know, when you walk with me, you will not hunger. You don't have to worry about bread. You don't have to worry about food. That's why from the beginning, the Lord Yahushua said what? Let me see if I can pull that up. In Matthew. From the beginning. Here. Matthew, and this is in the beginning, man. Matthew chapter 10. It's around the beginning. Matthew chapter 10, verse... let me start at 6. Matthew 10 and 6. Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. So we go out in the highways and byways and we preach this word. We preach this word unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel that are scattered among the heathen nations. That's what we do. Okay? Because we received it free, and we are not telling you like, hey, if you want to hear this truth, send 20 euros to my PayPal account. We ain't doing that shit, man. That's madness. Don't make the house of the Lord a house of merchandise. This truth is not to be sold, man. It's only spiritually. We selling this truth spiritually. Okay? Because why? Our bank account in the heavens is going up. Verse 9. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses. So we gotta go empty-handed. Why is that? Because the man of the Lord is supposed to be taken care of by the people that receive spiritual things. Because the scripture says what? If ye have received spiritual things, is it not fair that we reap your carnal things? Meaning food, shelter, clothes, okay, comfort. Is that not a normal thing? Like it's going to say, verse 10, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And in whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. Okay? So that's what the Lord Yahushua said, man. Salakia, man. Wait. Okay, so that was already the spirit that was at hand. Go empty-handed, because there will be taken care of you. And if not, I will be there among you. Okay? Providing you with food, bread, fish. He multiplied those things. Even when he was at the wedding and the wine was finished, what did the Lord Yahushua do? He turned water into wine. So if you are walking around with a man like this, why would you even worry about entering into a ship without bread? Because you know the Lord will fix you up, man. The Lord can easily fix you up. So, back to Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 1. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Yahushua. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. Okay, so you have to be on a certain level to understand certain things. Of course, that is normal. But this truth hasn't come out in 2021, man. This truth has been out there, man. On YouTube since 2007. So this truth been out there. Okay? This truth been out there, man. Here it is. We talking about becoming spiritual. Mortify your members. Meaning put to death the carnal ways of this world. Stop doing all this bullshit. Stop doing all this wickedness. Here it is, we're speaking about that. But you really think you can sell weed, man? Why would you even ask a question like that? You really think that we would say, oh yeah, it's a good thing, man, as long as you don't smoke it. Come on now. Use common sense and use the mind that is being developed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to comprehend certain things, man. Okay? And yes, frustration can come out if men, teachers, apostles, elders see that comprehension is not there, even though it should be. Okay? Just like the Lord Yahushua, he got frustrated because of the disciples. Like, hey, what is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all have seen the things that I have done. Why you tripping about bread? You know I will fix you up. Come on now. Have your minds hardened to something? Do you just wanna do you only ask because you want to hear the things pleasing unto you? Because sometimes that's the case too with people. They ask because they want to hear things that are pleasing to the ears. But according to the scriptures, we don't do things to please men. Let me see, 2 Corinthians, I believe, or 1 Corinthians 2 and 4, I think. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 2 and 4, and I'm going to close it out. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of the power. And if you look up the word enticing, it says to make friends. Let me look it up real quick. That's another thing, man. When brothers tell you to look up words, man. Don't be rebellious. Just look up these things, man. Persuasive, okay, enticing, okay. Look up these words: to persuade, to make friends. You see, we ain't preaching to make friends, man. We don't want to win your heart or something. Nah, we want you to turn to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and to take heed to these words. And if you are being offended by this truth, that is all up to you, man. The hell with you then. Keep it moving. Okay? We don't have to be your friend. We just preach this truth unto you. We just let you know that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is about to visit the earth that he made. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is about to unleash terror upon this place, man. Okay? You want to take heed to it or not? Okay? That is up to you. That is actually up to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because if you are not meant to get it, you will not get it. But we just spread the word, man. We just spread the word. So yeah, man, with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Kadash. Shalom to the elect.